Hi everybody. So I feel really stupid. The other day, I was thinking, I wonder when the real world starts. You should Google that. Well, I Googled it, found out that it's been on for a month, and I feel dumb. So, sorry I haven't had real world videos up. I had no idea that it was on, and I mean, there's really no excuse. To be 100% honest, I do not have cable, so all of the stuff I watch is online, and the trailer didn't really interest me. Like, it didn't get me excited for the new season. So I think maybe that's why I wasn't like keeping up to date on everything. But what I do know is that I have a video now, so I'm up to date. Okay, don't worry, I'm up to date about it all, and I binge watched the episodes. So this video, the one that you're watching right now, is going to be about episode 6. Yes, I still can't believe that I did this. Like, I feel really stupid, but it is what it is. Sorry. So this video is going to be for episode 6, and I am going to go and talk about my opinions of the roommates, house guests, whatever the fuck you want to call them, cast members. I don't really know. I'm going to talk about my opinions of them thus far. I'd like to quickly point out that my opinion about them could change next episode. So, how I feel right now, it's probably going to change. Just like in my Bad Girls Club videos, my opinions on the girls change throughout the season. It's going to be the same with the real world, I'm sure. So, you may not like what I have to say about them right now, but you might love what I have to say about them in the next video. So, just bear with me. We all have opinions, okay? So, yeah. So, let's get started. I'd like to talk about Chris. I think he's annoying. I thought he was going to be my favorite. He isn't. He is actually my second to least favorite, and I think it's great that he's doing this Mormon, breaking off from the church thing, but to be 100% honest, I'm kind of sick of hearing about it. That's all he talks about. So far, at least. And this is episode 6, and we're finally just kind of, hopefully, closing that chapter in his little storyline, because I'm actually really sick of hearing about it. I feel like he is the kind of person that will preach, don't judge others, blah, 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 but I also feel like that he's very judgmental, and as of right now, I'm annoyed with him, so sorry if you don't like that. Who knows? Next episode, I could love him. We never know. People's opinions change, and I'm no different. So keep in mind, next episode, he might be my favorite. I don't know. Moving on. Kayla is annoying too. I don't like her. She's I don't want to say least favorite. I think it's a tie. It's a tie between her and Chris, which is ironic because they're like really close. But it's a tie with those two. I find Kayla to be a little bit over dramatic in a way. And I thought that, in episode 1, I actually thought that I would really grow to like her a lot, but it's kind of just gone downhill with her. I find her annoying, especially her obsession with that Dion guy. I'm going to be saying his name wrong, I'm sure, but I'm not great at pronouncing names, so she's pretty much obsessed with Dion, and she said that she wouldn't be that way, but she is kind of being that way, so maybe next episode she'll stop. That'd be nice. I like Sabrina. Sabrina's cool. I like her sense of humor. I didn't think I would like her. Her eyebrows don't bug me as much as I thought they were going to, and she's a lot prettier than the official cast photos made her look. So whoever did her makeup in the cast photos, the official ones, really needs to be fired, because they did not make her look very nice. But she is actually very pretty. And I really, really like her sense of humor. I like her personality. I like her a lot. She's really cool. I think she might be my favorite female cast member. So I like you, Sabrina. You're awesome. CJ's cool too. I really, really like CJ. She poops with the door open. I think her story is very interesting, and I'm looking forward to see how, she grows throughout this experience, especially in relation, or yeah, especially when it comes to Jenna. Now, Jenna, I don't hate her. I don't hate Jenna. I think that she is a small town girl, and I think that she just doesn't really think before she speaks. And on top of that, there are moments where she says something and I genuinely think that she's kidding. But I only say this, and I only think this way because I have that same issue. I'll say something with a dead serious face, and people will think I'm being serious, but I'm not. I'm totally kidding. And my issue, and it's something that I've been working on as a person and as I've gotten older, is realizing, like thinking before I speak. And that's what it is, I think. I don't think that's her exact problem because it seems like a lot of the things she actually believes. But I do think that not every single thing that comes out of her mouth is in a serious way. Like, she doesn't mean it seriously. Not everything. I'm sure there's some things where she does genuinely feel that way about. But I think certain things, there are moments where she'll say something and she'll look around and I think she's looking for a reaction, like laughter, but she doesn't get it. And so she's kind of sitting there thinking, why isn't anybody laughing? Like for instance, when she was talking about having a squirrel in her attic, she was like, yeah, I have squirrels in my attic just like normal people do. Like, I think that, she said that with a dead serious face. So you could think that she was being serious, and she never laughed either about it. But I think she was clearly joking. So, like being sarcastic. Anyways, I don't think that's her whole problem, but I do think that she's going to end up being the one who grows the most this season. So I'm actually really looking forward to seeing how everything goes with her. My two favorites by far beyond just my all-time definite favorites are Dean and Dion. I love them. They're funny as hell. They make me laugh every single time that they're on camera in their interviews. I really, really think that they're funny. Dean reminds me of Leroy from the second Vegas season, and I really loved Leroy. I still love Leroy. He is one of my all-time favorites by far. Anyways, Dean, he reminds me of him, and then Dion reminds me of Johnny Bananas. And I don't necessarily like Johnny Bananas, but I love Dion. I think that he's hilarious, and he just cracks me up. I love those two together. I hope that they end up being like the real world buddies, like little partners in crime kind of thing, I like them. They're funny. Anyway, so episode 6 started out with it being Kayla's birthday. Being the fact that I don't really enjoy Kayla, I really didn't care. Although, it was pretty cool because not just she, they all got to do this crazy cool helicopter ride through the Grand Canyon, which is fucking awesome. I want to say that I'd be able to do that, but I feel like that's going to be expensive, and I definitely don't have that kind of cash money. I mean, if you look at where I live in a garage pretty much, so I definitely don't have that kind of money flow to do that, but one day, if I make it rich, which would be awesome, but highly doubtful, maybe one day I'll be able to do a cool, badass, helicopter ride through the Grand Canyon. But as of right now, I can't, and I'm sad. But either way, they got to do it, and that's fucking awesome. So, kudos. Good job, MTV. That'd be an awesome birthday gift. Moving on, Kayla gets her feelings hurt because CJ, Dean, and Dion don't invite her anywhere. Well, Kayla, maybe you should get out of your feelings, which you said that you weren't going to be about, and go out and do something on your own. You don't need to be invited everywhere. Go do your own shit. I'll never understand why people get pissed off when others don't invite them out. Like, if you invite yourself, be like, oh, you're going out? Okay, well, either way, don't. She just irritates me. She, in the beginning, she said that, really? My dog just threw up on my jacket. And I can't be mad at him because look at how fucking cute he is. Alright, well, let's clean this up. Oh yeah, you just fucking threw up all over my jacket. Yep, you did. You did it. Thank you. That's so sweet. Anyways, so back before my dog threw up all over my shit, in the beginning she was like, oh, I wouldn't be that girl that gets caught up in her feelings and gets obsessed and weird about everything, blah blah blah, and then her and Dion fucked, and that's exactly what happened. She became annoying and weird and obsessed a little, and just like, come on. Moving on. Chris keeps talking about his hate for the Mormon church. Surprise, shocker, nothing really new. He's been doing that since episode 1, and that's why I'm over it. Basically, he just despises everything Mormon church, and I mean, that's good for him, but I feel like he's very judgmental about those who do support the Mormon church. Jenna, for instance, she's Mormon, and she's still a part of the church, and she's a believer and all of that. And he makes it seem like she's evil for believing the way that she does, and that's annoying to me. Chris, just because they believe a certain way and you believe a different way does not mean that you're 100% right and they're 100% wrong. We are all allowed to have opinions, and that's the great thing about being human beings. You may not agree with my opinions, but that's fine, because I'm allowed and I'm entitled as a human being to have my own views and opinions on things. If you go your entire life pissed off at an entire group of people because they believe a different way than you, then that is sad. Like, that is a sad fucking life. He seems like that kind of person to me, and that makes me sad, because then that means that his life, his everything is going to be really, really just limited. And that sucks. Really, it does. So I hope with all of my heart that he kind of grows out of that. He is given the opportunity, though, to officially remove himself from the church. I can't really say too much about it because I don't know much about the Mormon church. That's not my thing. So I kind of just always thought you can just leave a church, and I didn't know you had to do anything officially. So that's news to me. But I guess, yeah, I guess you have to officially do a resignation, and he hadn't done that yet, so he was given the opportunity to do so. I think that's fantastic. He is, MTV allows him, they let him go. They let him go to Utah to do that. He ends up bringing Kayla, and it's this huge thing. He, has to write a speech, and it's actually a pretty interesting thing to watch on camera, because, again, I had no idea that you would have to officially resign from a church of any sort, really. I thought you could just leave. So that's something I learned. And I think that's a good thing. I don't like Chris. I find his storyline to be annoying, but I do think that it's a great platform for people who may or may not know much about the Mormon Church to learn a little bit more about it. However, I just feel like he is not the greatest person to be teaching others about Mormon Church and its beliefs, the good and bad. He just seems like a very judgmental and bitter person towards that whole experience, which he probably has a lot of reason to be. He did say that he was sexually assaulted and all of that stuff, so yeah, he's been deeply hurt about it. But just because he had that experience doesn't necessarily mean that others, like that everyone does. And so I feel like he needs to be more understanding towards them as well and accepting. Like Jenna's a part, like I said, she's a part of it, and he just seems really, really judgmental towards her for being a support, for being Mormon and being active in the church. So, but yeah, he ends up being able to resign officially, and it's a huge growing moment for him. He brings Kayla, and those two just bond over the whole experience, which is understandable, and so hopefully that's going to be the end of his Mormon speak. Now that he's officially over it, I'd like to just stop hearing about Mormon shit, to be quite honest. And at the end, they end up, all the house guests, they all end up celebrating his resignation from the church by going to a gay club. I think that's a pretty cool way to celebrate. I mean, I love gay people. I love clubs. Yeah. I think that'd be lots of fun, and I would totally be down. So, they get a mission, and their mission is to hike. But not just any hike, no. It's some Red Canyon rock thing in Nevada, Vegas area, and their mission is to climb this fucking big ass mountain thing within 90 minutes, and if you don't complete it in 90 minutes, then you get sent home. And let me just say that fucking mountain thing, that hike, looked like just horrible to me. It did not look like fun at all to me, and I would have hated every second of it, but it would have been a cool experience by far. Like, if it was a more leisurely, like Sabrina said. It was so fucking funny because Sabrina was even like, she's like, so I'm not getting this fucking leisurely hike that I thought I was going to be getting, and being all up in the trees and getting her Pocahontas on, which I thought was so fucking funny. I actually really loved Sabrina, and that little comment that she made really, really just made me love her even more, to be quite honest. But, oh, and then I loved it when Dion was like, I really should have pooped before we left. Those are the kind of people that I really enjoy, and I don't know, I love them a lot. Kayla was stupid because she's an idiot, and she decided that she wanted to get wasted the night before, knowing that they were going to have a mission the next day, because they found out the mission while her and Chris were at the bar or whatever. And then after they found out about it, she started just packing in the drinks and getting wasted. Like, really? Really? No! Like, what? So the whole entire time, she was hungover as shit and complaining like crazy. And I can't really say anything about the complaining part, because I would have been as well. But not necessarily complaining, like expecting people to hear me and all that. It would be more of a venting kind of thing. But I definitely wouldn't have taken all the fucking breaks that she did. Like, really, she cut it close. And let me just, I mean, I can't be the only one. I was kind of like, yes, she's not gonna make it, and then she's gonna go home. Yeah. But I mean, she ended up making it. But yeah, she was complaining the entire time, and which I can't say anything about, because I would have done the same thing. I would have been like, it's fucking hot. This is stupid. Why am I doing this? Who does this shit? Why do they even do this? It's a really nice view, but fuck, it's hot as hell. I'm in the desert. Are the hills have eyes? People gonna come out and grab me? Oh my god, is that a spider? Like, I would have definitely been complaining the entire time. But when I complain, it's more of a venting. Like, I'm venting to myself. Like, this is fucking stupid. I hate this shit. Why am I doing it? But I'd keep going, and I'd keep doing it, because I'm not going to let a fucking mountain make me its bitch. And that's exactly what the mountain did to Kayla. The mountain made Kayla its bitch. And Dean and Dion made that fucking mountain their bitch. And they fucked that shit up. Even Jenna. Jenna was powerhousing the fuck out of that damn mountain. And I was like, you go, girl. You go up that mountain. Do it. You do your thing, girl. Get up that mountain and you're staying home. And I like that she made it up there. I love that Dean and Dion made it up there too. It was so nice to see. I was like, yeah, Dean and Dion made it. Woohoo! And then I was like, yeah, Chris and Kayla aren't gonna make it. Because Chris stayed behind with her. And why is he always taking off his pants? And does he have any other underwear? Or does he only own black Speedos? Does anybody have an answer for this? Because I'm confused. Like, if you're going to keep taking off your pants, at least invest in multiple kinds of underwear. Ugh. Anyway, so he stayed behind to help Kayla and her stupid ass. And they ended up making it, which I was sad about. And nobody went home. So, there's that. But yeah, so I'm kind of excited about this season. I'm going to be doing more videos. Sorry if this one was a little rushed and kind of like thrown around. I had work last night, so I'm fucking tired of shit. And, you know, I'm still a little mad that it took me a month to realize that the real world's been on. Like, I felt so stupid. But yeah, so tell me what you think about the season so far. Tell me who your favorites are. Tell me who your least favorites are. Tell me what you thought about the missions. Tell me all this shit. I'm dying to know. And yeah, so I will see you guys next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah. So I'll see you guys next week for the next real world video. Don't forget to keep your eyes open for my Bad Girl Club videos, my Outlander videos. Big Brother 18 is coming on in June, and so I'm going to have videos for that. And fucking Game of Thrones starts tonight. Holy shit, I just realized. Game of Thrones starts tonight. Yes. So fucking, and I work tonight. Oh shit. Oh no. I have work at 10. Oh no. I'm gonna cry. Oh shit. Anyways, I'll see you guys next week for the next real world video. I'll see you guys next week for the next real world video, and bye.